I've been in crypto industry and the blockchain technology since inception of Ethereum. And the first time I've heard about what decentralized technology can do to real world, to our future, I was so excited. In particular, I was thinking like, man, what it means for real business. It can take a real business to completely new level. And the discussion about tokenization or how blockchain can be applied to real world business, real assets has been for a while. But I haven't heard about many successful projects for a number of reasons. The technology was not ready, the mindset was not ready, something else was, regulation was not ready. But today I'm so proud to present quite unique example of tokenization of real world business and present company called Global Olive Corporation. And our mission is quite bold. We envision, we want to plant and tokenize 100 million olive trees all across the globe, and to do it with purpose and for prosperity. And you might ask, why olive trees? And well, there is a simple reason. First of all, it's one of the world's oldest assets. It's been well known for more than 4,000 years as a symbol of abundance, prosperity, symbol of healing, and a strong spirit, and symbol of peace. And at some point of time, something went totally wrong. Because today, it's very difficult to identify when you buy olive oil in a shop if it's high quality or bad quality. Based on different research, up to 25% of olive oil we buy is actually fake or bad quality or mixed with some other oils. Also, if you as an investor want to invest in eco-friendly opportunities and eco-friendly farmers and help them to produce high-quality product, this is extremely difficult due to cross-border barriers, tariffs, all kind of restrictions. So, and a lot of people which are not happy with the current status quo, investors, farmers, consumers, and they would like to make a change. They would like to have a better future. They would like to have more transparent agricultural business all across the globe. And they would like to make it much easier for any investor from any part in the world to invest in a specific farmer or specific producer. They would like open opportunity for farmer or agricultural business to get access to affordable capital so they can produce high quality product and at the same time stay competitive. And of course, they want to secure that the consumer, when they buys the product, they are 100% sure it's a high quality product and it will help them with their health, not to harm their health. So obviously, our wish, desires, and commitment is not enough to achieve this goal. So we take a look what kind of technology you need to basically to succeed. And we identified a number of them. It's the whole technological stack. First of all, it's a whole bunch of sensors, all kind of different sensors, and ideally working together with AI so we can prove that the tree exists, we can prove that it's well managed, we can prove it produces high quality product. It's also, it's a number of let's say, ways how you can independently verify all this information, from example, from satellite imagery. And of course, we talk a lot about blockchain as a database where you can store information about ownership, where you can store information in real time about current status of the tree. And of course, smart contracts can help us to automate a lot of internal processes, including profit sharing, all kind of settlements between different stakeholders. And of course, with the help of blockchain and smart contracts, we can tokenize each individual olive tree. But you might ask, why tokenize olive trees? Well, it's very simple, because we transform each tree into liquid, ownable, and easy to sell, easy to pledge assets, digital assets. So in addition, we democratize access from any small retail investors to these quite attractive investment assets, and without any, again, global barriers or any restrictions. At the same time, these assets will become, the olive tree itself, much more liquid and much more flexible. So, and the last but not least, you will enter in the huge, fast-growing and emerging new market, which is called RWA, real-world assets economy. So, when we look at the olive trees, we just realize it's actually ideal assets for long-term investments and tokenization for two simple reasons. One, it's longevity, and second is productivity. Because depending on variety of trees, they begin to bear fruits from 3-4 years after it planted. And productive lifespan for some trees up to 2,000 years, but probably most of the trees over centuries. So, and by the way, the output increases year by year. So what can be better for long-term investments and tokenization? I just give one example just to show you. I know we in crypto like multiples, right? So if you just invest in 1 year tree, you can get pretty good multiples over the period of time. In 10 years, it can give you X8. In 20 years, can give you 20x. In 100 years, can give you 230x, almost 230x. And by the way, when we make this calculation, we actually apply the inflation ratio. So assuming that the purchasing power of money you will receive in 20 or 100 years will be as of today. So I don't think anybody today can offer such an attractive long-term investment as an olive tree. So it's perfect, again, for tokenization. It's a perfect for long-time investment. And that's probably why olive oil quite often referred as a liquid gold, because it's inflation protected. And again, we're just at the beginning of our project, at very starting point, but we are starting with very solid ground. We have a company in Georgia which owns 200,000 hectares and already planted 1 million trees, and we actively digitalizing trees. We're currently 300,000 trees in Georgia in the process of active digitalization. So in a few months, we will be ready to tokenize these trees and introduce not only a security token, which would give rights, ownership rights for token holders for each individual tree, but also rights for the 50% of the profit from this tree. And then later on, we're also thinking about introducing utility token, and eventually we'll go global, because we currently already have agreements and memorandum of understanding, a letter of intentions with a number of countries which would like to extend our experiment and our business in their regions. And I think as soon as we reach this point, our tokens will be amazing to be used in a decentralized finance and all kind of interesting, innovative investment instruments, which is currently evolving in a decentralized finance. So our current main focus actually to plant new trees, to take care of the current trees so they produce high quality product and maximize output and a profit. And also, this is not an easy task to really digitalize the tree and make sure that we'll reach the most automated process, the most independent process, the most, like, let's say, with either no middleman, no human interaction, of minimum human interaction. And I think today to do this type of things, it's actually to be in the right place in the right time, because the olive business is growing and expected to grow significantly. And also, as I mentioned, we're at the beginning of huge new industry, which is called real world assets. So, but I think olive tree, investments in olive tree, tokenization of olive tree, it's much more than just building a strong assets. This is like building memory, building emotions, building your family story, if you wish. The story when you can tell to your grandkids, or they can tell to their grandkids, that you actually make a huge contribution not only to create a financial freedom for your families, for your descendants, but you also contributed a lot in a healthy planet, where a healthy environment they will live in. Because 100 million planted tree absorb CO2, 150 million of CO2, which is actually emission of one mid-sized European country per year. 100 million tree and olive trees substantially reduce the temperature and combat desertification. And olive trees protect soil from erosion. What can be better when you can combine all together, building financial freedom and saving the planet? And a group of decent people who deeply care about the planet, come together, envisioned this project, started the project, and started the movement, building something which will help people to earn money, but at the same time do something good for the planet and humanity. And by the way, these people from classical traditional agricultural businesses, very successful businessmen, very strong opinion leaders, representative of international organizations, and a representative of high-tech industry, crypto industry. So again, there is a conversion of people who really care about the future and really want to create something which will last and leave a legacy. So I encourage you to join our movement, build wealth, build wellness, build something what lasts and leave a legacy. Thank you very much.